Hello, everybody. My name is Katarzyna. I am leading Quality of Life Technologies Lab at the University of Geneva, and I'm here to present our work on methodological approach for capturing human factors in mobile computing. Thinking about the mobile user, looking at her phone, we may understand that there may be a lot of human factors which then influence the way she interacts with the phone, as well the way she interacts with her context, which may be captured by her phone. She may be bored, she may be cold, she may be worried, she may be hungry, she may be in pain, she may be annoyed by somebody. She may be worrying about her phone, which then again will influence the way she interacts with her phone. So the standard approach would be to talk to the user, right? To talk to our participants, study participants in the studies, and get their opinion. It will be very infrequent, it will be very subjective and based on their beliefs about how they use their phone or other technologies. It will be memory biased, social acceptable, and we'll get a lot of qualitative answers, which later on will need to be coded. In our lab, we have been, for many years right now, been developing this methodology, which is called mQoL, as a set of different methods, qualitative, quantitative methods, capturing different data sources from objective to subjective, and at different time scales from minute, hour, day, week to months, years. So starting from the left to the right and from the bottom to the top, we start our mQoL-Lab. I would like to introduce you to our software, which is capturing not only the way people use their phone, including the different applications they are launching and how long they're using and how they interact with these applications, but also quite recently, we have added wearable components. So we also know the heart rate, different activity levels, which the user has while using the phone, as well as other context factors may be influencing again the interaction with the phone or the context. Maybe the user have not slept enough, and then there is a specific way of interacting in the morning with the phone or the context. Whenever there's something which you cannot capture quantitatively, we launch so-called experience sampling method or ecological momentum assessment, which is a very short mini survey, which you may know, asking the user about self-expression of their state. How do you feel right now? How much pain, how much fatigue, with whom you are? Anything which we cannot capture by means of objective methods. Diary, the day reconstruction method, is a discussion about last 24 hours, which is, according to psychological research, the least memory biased recall of different reality the user lives in. And on the other hand, we have standard interview and surveys approaches, which then capture the weeks, months, or maybe years of general perception of the user in their context and the use of the technologies. So these are the different methods we're using. And I would like to assure it is not just a set of methods which we could just pull together, but we're thinking about these different aspects of internal, external validity of our studies and aspects of answering our research questions to the best ability we can have, given the data coming from in the wild, from the natural daily life environments of the users. So survey, interviews, diaries and EMA are on the subjective part, but they cover different aspects of internal, external validity, while the logger, the very hard data about how the users move and how do they use the phone would be much more objective and assuring the external validity of their answers and the data we collect. So this particular picture from before changes to much more objective, quantitative, longitudinal, continuous, non-judgmental, sensor-based, frequent and context-rich, and any other subjective aspects are then captured by objective data sources. So mQoL, our lab, we do have experience for more than 10 years right now, which is captured via 10 different studies, Switzerland, Denmark, United States, looking into not just mobile use, but also aspects of sleep, stress, intimacy, loneliness, fatigue, cravings, and other states, which then are influenced by the human factors. So once again, the factors then influencing how the participants, how the users, how the humans, we humans contribute and interact with our phone, but also how do we interact with our context. We have ongoing studies and we have upcoming studies in the much more clinical domain, working with the patients, looking into the way they interact with their devices or interact with their context based on their health states and healthcare needs. And 330 participants, many more to come. And getting back to our user, right? So all these different questions, some of them will be quite comfortable being answered by means of the data sources coming from the mobile phone or wearable. However, some of them will require triangulation between the experience sampling method, maybe data reconstruction method, and then the data coming from the mobile phone and wearable. I would like to thank the lab, and I would like to hand it over to Igor Matias, who is now online to answer any questions you may have. Thank you very much.